Hello, in this video we'll be discussing about Bru settlement, what was Bru refugee crisis and what is the current situation. Now we'll talk about who are the Brus and how did they become internally displaced. First of all, who are Bru? The Brus aka Ryangs are spread across Tripura, Mizoram and southern Assam. In Mizoram they are scattered in Kolasib, Lungli and Mamit districts. While many Brus of Assam and Tripura are Hindu, the Brus of Mizoram converted to Christianity over the years. Clashes in 1995 with the majority Mizos led to the demand for the removal of the Brus, perceived to be non-indigenous for Mizoram's electoral rolls. This led to an armed movement by a Bru outfit, which killed a Mizo forest official in October 1997. The retaliatory ethnic violence saw more than 40,000 Brus fleeing to adjoining Tripura where they took shelter in 6 relief camps. Have there been efforts to resettle them? The center and the two state governments involved made 9 attempts to resettle the Brus in Mizoram. The first was in November 2010 when 1,622 Bru families with 8,573 members went back. Protest by Mizo NGO, mainly the Young Mizo Association, stalled the process in 2011, 2012 and 2015. Meanwhile, the Brus began demanding relief on a par with the relief given to Kashmiri Pandits and Sri Lankan Tamil refugees. The center spent close to 500 crore for relief and rehabilitation until the last peace deal was brokered over 3 years since 2015. A final package of 435 crore was arrived in July 2018 and it involved Mizo NGOs besides the government concerned. Why did the Mizoram rehabilitation package not work out? The package covered 32,876 members of 5,407 Bru families, entailing a one-time assistance of 4 lakh as fixed deposit within a month of rehabilitation, monthly cash assistance of $5,000 through DBT, free rations for 2 years and 1.5 lakh in 3 installments as house building assistance. The package also included Eklavya residential schools, permanent residential and ST certificate besides funds to the Mizoram government for improvising security in Bru resettlement areas. The refugees were given a deadline, September 30, to move or face harder times at the relief camps, but most stayed back, demanding resettlement in close-knit clusters and an autonomous council for Brus in Mizoram. Now finally we'll talk about what are the implications of the Tripura resettlement. The demand to rehabilitate the Brus in Tripura was first raised by Pradyot Manikya, the scion of the Tripura royal family. The BJP-led Tripura government agreed. Chief Minister Biplab Deb called the solution within Tripura historic, as did his Mizoram counterpart Zoram Thanga. Guwahati-based researcher on social issues and conflicts Walter Fernandez said the decision was humanitarian for the point of view of the Brus, who were apprehensive about returning to Mizoram, but felt it could lead to conflicts with the locals of Tripura. Delhi-based rights activist Suhas Chakma said it could set a bad precedent encouraging ethnicity states to eject minorities of all hues beside making the Brus of Mizoram opt for the rehabilitation package in the relative safety of Tripura. The displaced Brus who returned to Mizoram have already begun demanding a package equivalent to the one those who stayed behind in Tripura relief camps would be gathering. And conflicts between the Brus and the local Bengali non-tribal people have started taking place in Tripura. Though the current settlement has its implications, but let us hope for the best for all displaced migrant of Bru community. As more country is stable, more prosperous it is.